What is going on, everyone? My name is Grizz. Welcome back for Season 2, Episode 4 of Vinland Saga. We had a bunch go on last week, actually. Einar was able to see a side of Thorfinn that he's never seen, mainly when he woke up from his nightmare and being able to see that sort of emotion that he's never seen from him. We learned the girl that Einar seems to be in love with is actually a slave and not the master's daughter. And we learned that they're trying to make Omar become a man, and the only way to do that, in their words, is to kill another man. So Thorfinn and Einar were brought over to Omar in order to let him just kill them, I guess, without them defending themselves, but, you know, that's not going to happen. So Einar goes ahead and tries to stop him, make Thorfinn run, but Thorfinn just kind of gives in. It's not because he's weak, or it's not because he doesn't think that he could, like, win this fight against all these other dudes. We know what he's capable of, and I'm pretty sure he'd be able to take on most of the dudes that are here, if not all of them. But it's because just where he's at mentally. Maybe he's so down and broken, and he, at this point, doesn't understand the purpose of his life or what he's doing or why he's even here, and he doesn't understand why they think that he should be fearing this, why he should be afraid to die, why any of this should happen. He doesn't really care, and he offers himself to be the one who gets killed instead when he's not going to put up a fight. But I believe his name was Fox, the guy that he was talking to, is not a fan of somebody just giving themselves up like that, or talking down on this and taking away all the value in what he does as a warrior. If you're cutting Thorfinn all up and basically cutting off half of his ear, somebody, Snake, comes in, and I guess he's the boss of all these dudes, all the guys who are the warriors and the dudes who are the bodyguards and look after this farm. And Snake doesn't seem too happy. I think Snake's gonna be a very reasonable and good guy for us. Hopefully. And hopefully he's important in the development of Thorfinn and getting him out of this slump and getting him to realize some things that are good about him. And hopefully he doesn't just find out exactly what's been going on and then he's like, oh, never mind, you guys can carry on. That would suck. So hopefully that's not what happens, but we'll have to see. If you enjoy this at all, please leave a like and a subscribe. They both mean a lot to me. Also, feel free to stick around for the discussion portion after the reaction. And let's get right into episode 4. Explain, sir. Oh, we don't get to see the explanation. No. Yeah. You can't just go cutting up the slaves like that. Yeah, that's true. If you weaken him, it's not really like he's getting his own. He didn't. He just did what you wanted him to. Yeah, he seems good so far. This is good. This is good. Nice to meet you, Snake. Sorry about your ear. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I might have spoke too soon. Interesting. Okay. That awoke a reaction. Alright. I love it. Something about him made him reflect and think about Askeladd. Cool. So he was faced with surprise almost, and when he was faced with surprise, he immediately was okay with not dying. He changed his mind almost. Basically, just stop being stupid. Stop bullying the others. They're here for something else. They're not yours either. I want to live. But does he? Until he... Yeah. And that's what we're gonna be faced with now. What is there for me to live for? And do what? Yep. Nice. And you can just keep your hair long, you know? That actually just made me think of something that might happen with his hair and what it might mean for him internally. I'll talk about that later. Misbehavior was resulting in our death. They tried to. Just because they failed doesn't mean that they didn't intend to. Yeah. It's natural. Look at those lips.
なんだとお前
ついていかず私に言いなさい。
Aw.
それより
Is this the dude we saw at the beginning? Like Peter or something his name was?
パテルさん
Yeah.
俺たち
薬代など気にせんでいい。お前たちの面倒は私に一人
I was once like you. I have to look out for you too.
駆けつけるのが遅れてすまなかったな。アルネーズにもお礼を言っておきなさい。私に知らせようと畑の中をずいぶん走り回ったよ。
Oh, really? Bro, what is wrong with him? He's so down bad.
今日は休みなさい。
Absolute freak.
私から言っておく。それと私の古着で少し大きいだろうが、トルフィンにこれをやろう。
It's an interesting gesture. It does a lot for him.
パテルさんになんか一言
He doesn't know how to process it, probably. Nobody's ever given him anything. Probably the first thing he's ever really been given.
こういう時はありがとうございます
Yeah.
って言うんだよ。おれ
Doesn't mean he's not appreciative of it. Just because he's not speaking on it.
おいどこ行くんだよ
Back to work.
今日は麦刈り休んでいいって言われただろ
No, I gotta.
森だ。こんな傷なんでもない。
Keep moving forward.
良いやつが弱いやつを殺す。
It's
当たり
natural.
前のことだ。
But you don't like that, do you? You've experienced it too many times.
ドルフィン戦争に行ったこと
His whole life. I don't know if he's gonna answer that, though.
ああ、
Since I was like 5.
殺したのか
A lot.
ああ、
You ever burned down a village, by the way?
何人くらいだ5 10人くらいか
Thousands.
今年ってどうする？
What are you gonna do with that
戦
information?
争が嫌いなんだろ
Yeah. What's gonna change?
う。何人かなんて覚えちゃいない。
Too many. You lose track after a certain point.
たくさん殺した。5つか6つくらいの頃から 戦場にいた。俺は戦士だった。軽蔑するか、エイナル。
He will if he finds out about the village. More nightmares gonna come? Or is there just gonna be Aynard reflecting on it? Yeah. Ew. You're the type of person who took away my home without actually knowing that he was involved. Does that bother you? Is he making his way to Thorfinn? Similar to Askeladd and his dad.
殺した。
Get him in his sleep if it really bothers you that much. But you're not gonna do it. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Empty woods, nowhere to go. All alone. Just running, lost. Searching for an answer. Ugh. They're all dark too, because you stop remembering the faces of all the ones that you've killed after a certain time, probably. Is that Thorfinn making the noises? I thought that was Einar the whole time. Oh shit. Yeah. He can't even come to terms with the things that he's done. Ugh. And then he sees one face. Ugh. I feel so bad for the dude. I don't even know what to say. Reaching out for someone to stop him, maybe. And he finally has that. Not a day goes by he doesn't think or regret about this. Mm.
なんでお前は俺がうなされるたびに起こすんだ。殺した。大勢殺した。戦から戦へ。村を襲い。たくさん殺した。お前の家族を殺した奴ら。そいつらと俺は同じだ。
お前は
生きてると何かいいことありますか？俺はなかったよ。
Never once.
今日まで生きてきていいこと一つもなかったよ。
お前は死にてえのか。
He doesn't know.
お前がどんなひどい目にあったかなんて知らねえ。どんな地獄で生きてきたかなんて知りたくもねえ。けどこんな地獄でのんきにくっちゃべってられんのも、飯食ったりクソして寝たりしていられんのも、
There's people who can't do that anymore. Be grateful what you have.
誰かが俺らを生かしてくれたからだろうが。
Whether it was yourself or someone else, you're still here.
もなかったらって。
Be grateful.
違うだろ。違うだろ。
Someone who values life so much versus someone who doesn't. But neither of them can understand the other. And where they're coming from.
俺の家族を殺したわけじゃねえだろうが。
It was there.
思い上がんじゃねえよ。
ありがとう。
Now he says it. He couldn't say it to the dude earlier.
ありがとう。
For everything you've done for me. There's someone who's trying out there. Olmar? No. Crosses. Canoe. Interesting. Wow. That is what I love so much about this series and this show, this entire episode. In the first season, I particularly didn't love or care, I guess, as much for a lot of the action and stuff that was happening in the battles that they had. That I disliked them, but the thing that really sold me on the show was just the characters and the conversations that they would have and how some things that they say would just like suck me in. And mainly this whole episode was perfect in that. The whole second half, they were just, Einar and Thorfinn were just having a conversation, and just how much time they let it breathe, and it wasn't just immediate dialogue. It was like sit there and hold a shot for like 15 seconds with just nobody saying anything to let you know they're really just thinking and reflecting on what the other one said. just trying to process. I wonder how that's drawn in the manga. If it was just immediate dialogue, or if that was an anime decision, or if there's just like a page full, just random like shots that just like show what they're looking at, just randomly, just to kind of fill in the space and let you know that there's a break between what they're saying. I'm gonna have to look at that. What we have here though is just, it's two people who value different things or see things from different perspectives. And I want to say that neither of them can see it from the other one's perspective, because they really can't, because neither of them have experienced what the other has. But I feel like Einar's tried to put himself in that position to understand Thorfinn a bit, but Thorfinn's just unable to understand it from Einar's perspective. But I don't know if that's right, or if I'm just being completely wrong. We have someone in Thorfinn who just doesn't value anything, and it's not any fault of his own, it's just he's never learned. When he's given a brand new shirt, something that it's never happened to him before, he just doesn't say anything, and I immediately took it as like he doesn't know how to react because he's never been given anything, which I guess is true, he really hasn't. But he also like didn't say something as simple as thank you, because it's new, that's never happened. Like he's never really been put in a situation where he has to like learn this type of stuff or thank people, and the last time that he has, he was probably like 3 or 4, so like not all there. But Thorfinn just reflects on the bad things and how there's no value to his life, and there's absolutely nothing for him to live for or to return to or to look forward to, and he's just kind of here. And is it worth existing just to say you're existing if there really isn't anything to be here for? Like, what's the point of being here is kind of where he's at. Whereas Einar's on the opposite end and kind of views it as there's people who would love to be here, even if they're in an absolute shit situation like we are right now. Specifically looking back on like his mom and his sister, they would love to still be here alive in the situation and have an opportunity to maybe find something in the future, or even just be stuck here but still be on this planet. But instead that was robbed of them, and they were taken from that. So somebody like you who can't see that or doesn't live out your life because other people can't is almost disrespectful. That's kind of how he's looking at it, which is just really interesting. I don't really know how much more I even know what to say about this episode. It was just, I think it's something I might just have to take in and reflect on for the next week. I don't know. The early scene with Snake, when Snake tested him almost and attacked him, it was a surprise attack almost. Thorfinn was able to tell himself there's nothing to live for. So when he knew he was going to be attacked by Fox and targeted, that didn't bother him, and he was willing to just give it up then. But when he was almost shocked that Snake came after him at the beginning, he saw through his eyes, he saw Askeladd, he saw a guy charging at him. I don't know, like, there's probably a bit more meaning behind that I'm not picking up on right now, but just this shock factor almost that came at him immediately put him into like natural reflexes of I want to fight or just protect myself, right? And Snake looks at that as that just shows that you want to live. You might be telling yourself something and trying to suppress the fact that you actually want to live. And it comes out when, you know, push comes to shove and you're about to die and you realize like this isn't something you should be fucking around with. And you came out to fight and protect yourself, which was absolutely fascinating. Through that though, Einar did gain suspicion, wanted to understand if he's been to war, what he's been through. Thorfinn doesn't really want to talk about it, but basically says that he's killed a lot of people and he doesn't even remember how many. And then we see Thorfinn through his nightmares and these flashbacks that he has of all these people that he's killing in these nightmares that he keeps having. But they don't have any faces. They're all just kind of black outlines almost, just blobs of people. And that's just because it's blending in after so much time. He's killed so many people and done so much harm to other people and their families. Doesn't even register with them like who they are. They're no longer these special people who have like distinct features or anything. It's just they're all the same after a certain amount of time. And then when he goes to finally get a kill and he has, for a split second, he's able to actually make out a face and register who someone is, it sends him into a panic because he's like, oh shit, that's a real person. That's not just like something out there that I'm doing. These are real people that I'm taking. And that's a constant nightmare that's been in his mind for weeks and months and years probably. Einar also is the one who reaches out to him after he tries to choke him, I guess. I don't even know if he actually did. You were hearing the sounds like he was gripping him, but I don't know if he was just like squeezing his hands together, if he was actually like choking him out and he was just debating if he should do it. I'm assuming he was doing it, but I'm not too sure. But the fact that Thorfinn, you see him reaching out, it's almost he was running through an empty woods. There's no one there. There's nowhere to go. It's just dark. He has no path. He's completely lost. And he's reaching out in his sleep. He doesn't even realize it. but he's reaching out also within this dream, and nobody comes to him. Einar's the one who wakes him up. Einar's the one who grabs a hold of him. Einar's the one who's doing this. There's somebody out there. There's somebody that you can reach for, and somebody who can push you, and there's somebody to be alive for almost. And these are things I don't think Thorfinn's getting. After the talk, though, the fact that Thorfinn was even able to say thank you, I don't know if that's just he genuinely really felt it and was like, I need to say this, or if he was just reflecting on what Einar was saying earlier about you need to say these things when you're appreciative of something, and just to show Einar, like, I'm serious, like, I really mean this, and he's actually able to say it. It's just great. Another thing also I did write down, we see in the ED what looks like, I'm thinking Thorfinn at least, in the OP I think he has his hair like tied up, and we haven't really seen that yet. I'm thinking maybe the ear is important, because right now they specifically showed that his hair is like covered over his ears, right? So maybe it's like, I'm trying to hide these scars almost, like I don't want other people to see the things I've been through and where I've been in life. And he's going to get himself to a certain point within this season where he's going to tie up his hair, and that's going to be almost like a letting it go type of thing. Like, I'm okay, like, showing this side of me. I'm comfortable with this now. Like, I've gotten to a point that it doesn't bother me anymore, that I can live free and show this stuff off. I think that's just a guess of kind of where that's going to head, but maybe not. Regardless, there was a lot in this episode. I don't know what else to say, though. I kind of just want to sit back, reflect on it. I'll probably rewatch it anyways. I'm not going to have much more to say. I might have a lot more to say at the beginning of the next episode after I think about it a bit more, but I don't really know. That'll be till next week, though. Appreciate you joining if you were here. Please leave a thumbs up or subscribe. They do mean a lot to me. Check out the other reactions on the channel. I'm also looking to try and add in a new show, so let me know if there's something else you want me to see, whether it's airing now or it has in the past. You can follow me on Twitter, or add me as a friend on Mal. Both of those links are in the description. And hopefully I see you back here for next week. Have a good one.